Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're going to give it a little bit of time for you guys to start logging on and seeing us. If you guys are watching, let us know. Go ahead and throw your city or your country in the comments so that we can see where you're watching us from. So just a little bit of an intro. My name is Timothy Dann-Barrick. I'm the digital marketing manager here at Storetasker. If you didn't already know, Storetasker is the fastest, easiest way to get in touch with a vetted Shopify expert. And today I'm joined by Nick Raushenbush. Nick, you are the co-founder at Shogun. Is that correct?
That is correct. And Shogun is a landing page builder for e-commerce stores. We have a pretty strong presence on Shopify. We're one of the most popular apps. And e-commerce companies use us to build out their landing pages, blog pages, product pages, and customize them without writing code. We have a drag and drop visual editor.
Awesome. And just a note too that the official video is on the Storetasker page. So if you're watching this from Shopify Entrepreneurs or on the event page, just hop over to the official video on Storetasker, and that way we will see your comments live. Just a quick note. We have about 3 or 4 stores that we're going to roast. I'm really excited about that, by the way. And we will look for submissions in the comments, but don't put them in right away because we won't see them right away. Wait until we ask for them. But for sure, we're going to get to at least a few comment submissions as well today. So really looking forward to that. And make sure to wait until we ask for those. So, yeah. Are you excited about this, Nick?
I am. I'm pumped.
Cool.
Yeah. It's funny. Years ago, I don't think maybe not multiple years, maybe like a year and a half ago, I had a forum thread on the Shopify forums for store feedback.
Oh, nice.
It's like, hey, submit your new store to have us check it out, and I'll gladly give you feedback. And every day for a while, I logged in there and would check out a couple stores a day. So yeah, I like doing this quite a bit. I'm excited.
Awesome. And actually, I think this is gonna. Sorry, I had to cut the sound out on that. Yeah, I know. I mean, there are some really great stores that were submitted, and so I'm excited about that because I know that we're going to get some high-level stuff, and we also have a few beginners, so hopefully we can offer some of the basics, as well. I'm really pumped about hopefully having a really good variety of stores up here. So
Cool.
yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the first store, and I believe that is the 9th project.
Cool.
Do you have that up on your screen?
I am pulling it up. You want me to share my screen here, or?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, we'll just go ahead and transition to that.
Share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep, and it's showing me for right now. There we go.
Cool. Right on. How about now?
Nice. Yeah. I love this. This was my very favorite thing about this store. The emails suck, ours don't.
Yeah, that's clever. I see they're using Privy there.
Yeah.
Got the exit and the incentivized exit and temp pop up. Yeah, that's great. Obviously, I think that especially for first time visitors. They're not necessarily going to transact the first time they visit your store. Proactively getting out there and trying to grab their email address so you can drop them back into your marketing efforts.
Mm-hmm.
Solid, and this is great pop-up design. Now I opened these tabs actually a couple minutes ago, so I'm guessing this pop-up was on like a decent delay, and we're just seeing it now just to clarify there. I had these open in tabs, so this wasn't an immediate pop-up.
Oh yeah, for sure. We will roast the hell out of you if you have a pop-up that shows up the first second that you open the page or the site. Like, don't do that. I'm just going to note that when I pull this up on Google, searching the 9th project, I'm seeing their Facebook page, I'm seeing Ticktail, and their Twitter before I see the link to the actual website. So like, work on that, right? Like your site should be before Facebook if at all possible. So maybe time for some sort of an SEO help with that.
Yeah. I guess here I'm looking, it's not the first thing I'd normally go to, but if we're talking about SEO, I would look to see if there's a blog that can really help out pulling it up the search ranking. So
and like outdoorsy stuff should be really good about that, right? Like there's tons of stuff to write about in terms of like outdoors. So yeah.
Cool. All right, so we got here, let's see we got the triple value prop up top with this nice looking menu here. This is pretty small type. Also, I'm not sure that this is this is good to know that there's like worldwide shipping, 30-day satisfaction guarantee. That's very reassuring, and secure checkout. Like, these are really good value props. I don't know if I'd actually put them before the hero, right? This is like the hero slider. The reason for that is if I'm landing on this page, people are here to shop. Like, I want to see the goods. Like, the first thing is I want to see the goods. I want to see the product, right? And so this is reassuring, but I might consider putting it further down on the page, even if it was right down below this hero here. Like, it doesn't need to be the first thing that hits me in the face. And also, again, this is really, really small typeface. We care about speed, not happy. We will send you a new order, guaranteed safe checkout. Also, I noticed these two are hyperlinked. This one isn't, but small details.
I was going to say, this actually makes a lot of sense because if you put that further down, you can make those bigger. Like, they're kind of squeezed in and they're not super big. But if these are really important parts of your value prop, then make those big so that people can see them. Yeah.
So I might start off with this hero instead. Have it, and yeah. Also, I noticed that's cool that there's worldwide shipping on all orders. It says that's a little redundant right here. You've got two of the same thing taking up a lot of real estate right when you first hit the page. Also, you've got this thing up here, this black bar that's taking up real estate. So there's a login, right? I'm guessing there's a members login here, and you got this help and FAQ. But again, here, this is almost like taking up the real estate that a nav would take up, and then you've got the nav right here, right? I like that. I don't know. The nav is not obscure, overlaying on search. Oh, that's cool. It's a cool effect. I would just consider this area, this real estate, what do you want to do with this, whatever, I don't know how much this is, 300 pixels of the page that's the first part of it, right? You could probably condense this nav up into here. You could probably move this triple value prop down lower, and you could probably have this hero, which this one I can't really get a sense of, this is more of a lifestyle, type of thing, which is cool. This one I start to get a real feel for, ooh, that's a really nice hoodie. That's oh, what's that hoodie? I want to check that out. Here we got, again, I get that it's headwear, but it's this is a shadow of headwear. I would consider maybe having something that shows me the product. This is a beautiful lifestyle and product shot. Anyways, I'm talking a lot.
No, it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
I was pulling up this Machu Picchu digital paint print over on my end, and I'm noticing there's not a lot in terms of the product description. I don't know if you can find that particular product, or if you want to just find a random product. Maybe.
Okay, I
Maybe they're
got
the
it.
same. Oh, okay.
The first one here, jumping to the product page.
Which, like, this looks like a really cool product too, right? Like, everyone likes looking at Machu Picchu pictures. Like, no one doesn't like that. But you know, you can talk a little bit more about it. You could even use like some, I don't know, like facts about like Machu Picchu itself. I like that it's like original art, digitally printed. That you tell us like what products you're using to actually like make the art. That's really cool. I just think there could be more in the description.
So a little more.
Yeah. I love
Okay.
the related products section though. That looks really good.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. They're nice and big. Also mentioned like you've got drift. I'm guessing this is drift down
Hmm.
here, or intercom. No, crisp. All right, this is crisp. It's another one. Live chat, great.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think especially you had it set up to do the auto ping the user when they first come on. I think that's super key. Letting people know that you have a really good support presence and that you're going to be there to actually give them, customer service, I think is great. So cheers for having that live chat. Yeah, this product page it's gets a job. It's minimal, gets a job done. Got a nice little FAQ here to answer questions on the page. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say just a real shout out. Thanks for Sharon Reeds for asking this, or for watching this. I love this. Holy crap! Every Shopify merchant needs to watch this. Like, thanks so much for the encouragement.
Yeah.
And then I added that to my basket, and I've got this like pop up that says View Basket. That looks really great. So what can you do here? Proceed to checkout. I've seen this button be proceed to secure checkout, or like proceed to checkout with a like lock. And I think that's something like an opportunity for you there, because that just gives like a peace of mind, like, oh, it's a secure checkout. Like,
Yeah.
even, yeah, go
Gonna
ahead.
hop in the basket here. I think that's fine. I mean, like, I'm kind of split mind about it, right? Like you've got the confirmation that lets them know it's in the basket and kind of allows them to keep shopping, right? But on the other hand, like you also, I think that works well to keep people shopping. But when I think about things, is like you want to make the next CTA very obvious to people. You want to keep them moving in the direction that you want. Yeah, I think that people would know to like, all right, well, I've added the one product I want. Let me click View Basket. That was pretty clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, you might want to. This is something that I would A/B test, to be honest, like to see how it impacts your conversion rate. Like how well is it when you drop it in the basket, but let them continue to shop, and how well do you convert when you take them right to the basket right after they've added? Like I would test both of those things to see which one gives you a higher conversion rate.
It's a really good point.
Yeah. Cool.
I was going to say one thing that I really liked seeing I actually have two things to say here. One that I really liked and one that I think can be changed. I love your Instagram feed. I love having that like at the bottom so people can like actually see, and it's very like lifestyle-y, right? Like all of the photos are super, super epic. One thing I would say again about this top bar, and I know that we're completely grilling you about this, is I'm not sure what the difference between like shop all and then shop is. And it looks like when I go down the nav bar on shop, we've got basket, checkout, my account. Like none of those are going to take me to a place where I can buy a product.
That's a really good point. Yeah. And like the nav is so key. Like you want to have like the nav is showing your store's architecture, and you want a store that's like very, very easy to navigate, right? Really, really important for conversion rate.
For sure.
Absolutely, like basket, checkout, my account, none of those have to do with shop. So I don't know if this is a mislabeling, but like that absolutely needs to change. That's a really good catch. Yeah, that's got to go. Let's jump into shop all and see. I'm gonna jump into that.
Sure.
All right, cool. So this, I'm guessing, is like this is your mega collection of everything with your filters. Okay, so here you got sort by category, sort by price, sort by color. Interesting that it's sort by color. And yet we're getting stuff here that clearly doesn't have red.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah. So I don't know how useful sort by color is. Color is not a way that I would shop personally, and like you're giving up real estate here. Again, you're giving up sidebar, real estate. So like I would consider whether you actually want to use that, especially like if it's not functioning properly. I don't know. I think that same with price. Like it so depends on what I'm shopping for. Like I never go to a store and I'm like, oh, I want to buy some stuff, but I want to make sure that it's under $20. I go to a store because I want to buy something specific. There's like something inside of me that's like, all right, cool. I got driven here because I saw that badass hoodie in a Facebook ad, and that compelled me to click. To me, having this price and color, like I would really consider, like color, I think you should just nix. Price, I would really consider whether you want to give it the real estate or encourage shopping that way. Categories, I think, is obvious. Tags, I think, is a good thing, but isn't that categories? Isn't that generally what tagging is? Like aren't categories just tags?
Yeah.
So I would consider like make it simple, right? The easier you can make your UI, the easier you can make it to navigate your store, the higher your conversion rate is going to be. So just keep that in mind. Don't give away real estate on your store needlessly. Don't clutter your UI needlessly. You'll lose people.
It's a really good point. I was just gonna point out, like when you hit on the shop all, I just clicked on contact us, and all you've got here is a box, right? I'm like having a brain fart moment. I'm forgetting what these are called, but yeah. It's like a contact box.
Yeah, it's
like
a contact.
Why is there no email at least? But even like an 800 number would be fantastic here. I've heard a lot of studies on like having a phone number like increasing conversions like quite a bit. I'm not sure how I actually feel about that, but definitely an email.
Yeah, if you don't, I don't blame them if they don't want to do phone support. Like phone support can be intense,
yeah.
Right? But yeah, I agree. Like some people, when they just see a form, they think it's going to go off into outer space. They have like a little more confidence in an email address. I think that it's great you got the live chat here. This of course is a form and is an email, right?
Yeah.
But not every people past the millennial generation might not know that. So so I think that having multiple methods is good. I just want to be cognizant of time. I realize we're 20 minutes past the hour. Do you want to jump to another store? Or?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pop over to another store. So
say just a finishing statement. 9th project. Mm-hmm. I love your visual design. Is like this is really beautiful imagery. I like what you've got going on here with like your color palette. I think that your store is really clean. I just think that what you really need to think about is like your user interface and your user experience. So your user interface is like, why you have these placed where they're placed and why you have 2 of them, right? That's UI. And then think about your user experience, right? And that's things like, all right, if somebody clicks on shop all and they're presented with like all of these options, these 4 UI options for sorting this stuff, what is their experience actually going to be when they start using this? And like, are they going to, as they go through the flow of navigating your store, is it actually going to be something that, that helps them and that leads them to a path of purchase, right? Think about that flow, that path to purchase. Make it easy, make it simple.
That's a really good point.
Cool.
Like it.
So I think we're going to switch over now to Food United States. And just a point, we're going to try and spend about 5 minutes on Food United States. And then we will be taking submissions after that. So be sure and throw those in the comments when we ask for them. Let's dig in. Food United States. Love that pop-up.
Yep. Get 10% off and free stickers. People love free stuff.
Oh my God.
Okay. Like the exit intent. That's good. Again, this was also on a delay. I had these tabs opened up. Nice. All right, we'll jump right in.
All right. So first of all, I love your store. Like, I love the idea of your store. Just like making states out of food. Like, that's hilarious. And then all of your names are amazing.
Oh yeah, that is. I'm just starting to really, I really like this. Yeah, nice. This is a really big, beautiful slider that's showing me product right off the bat, in a really interesting way. So this is great. I think that this is really big, really, really beautiful and visual. And then you jump into bestsellers, going into bundles, and then you can shop by state. Love it. I might even put this up a little higher. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that people are going to identify with that's the curiosity, right? I think that maybe put bestsellers above it to have people jump right into actual products to buy. But my thinking about the user experience is they're going to want to find their state, right? They're going to be like, oh, Smorgon, oh, Pennsylvania, oh, this is so funny. What about my state, right? And so I would probably bump this up higher, at least over the bundles, if not over bestsellers. And then I would, again, A/B test whether it works better above bestsellers or below bestsellers. This is cute. This is really cute.
I was going to point out again, love the Instagram at the bottom. And I love it when Instagram is about the products as well as some lifestyle stuff. So I'm loving the New Jersey one where we can see, I'm not sure where that is. It looks like I don't know, the train station or something. But like having that in the background, I'm sure it's in New Jersey. With the sticker, that looks really awesome. And then I love having the reviews, the what people are saying section underneath that. Yeah,
and that's great social proof down there. I think well placed. I might make this a little bigger if you could somehow. If you could get like pictures of the people's faces, I know that's tricky. Or even better, just put like their state that they're from. Put that little icon, whatever the little visual icon food thing is from their state, and that's going to draw a little more attention to this, because right now those stars are very light colored, right?
Yeah.
And the text is pretty small. Someone could miss this, and I think this is really fun social proof. So I would try to make this pop a little bit more. You can also make it pop a little bit more by making this section a different color than white. You could also make it pop a little more by having another section below this that makes that section pop out. Because right now you've got it right here, and then you go in, you've got the social follow like right below it, and it's all white. I don't know. I think you could do a little more, make this pop out.
I was gonna say it's really cool that they have 33 verified reviews and that they have that little bit at the bottom. But it looks like you only have 4 reviews when they're on a slider like this. It's like, I don't know, maybe you could add a few more.
Yeah.
Just a thought there.
Again, you got the whatever this is, drift, crisp, intercom, whatever, live chat, you got it down there. I might make this a touch bigger. I don't know if you've got this set to a small size, but it's a little. Yeah, if there's any way to make it a little bit bigger, although most people are going to look to the bottom right if they want it. You could probably go either way.
Yeah.
This is great visual design though. This is just such fun.
So we've been about 4 minutes and 30 seconds on Food United States.
Okay.
Do we want to go through a product and check out real fast just to see how that looks?
I can do that. All right, Smorgan. I'm into it.
Love
Okay.
it.
I've noticed that you're getting, all right, there we go. So there's a little bit of delay on the images, although on the image loading, I noticed that when I hit the home page. But you're probably using really big, beautiful images.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of lag there, but again, it's probably okay. If somebody's got a really slow speed internet, though, you might want to consider like whether you want to serve, slightly lower resolution images.
Nick, what I think is really cool. Sorry to interrupt there. Are you seeing this sizing chart? Like that is a lot cooler than a lot of sizing charts that I've seen.
Where is the sizing? Hold
on. The circles, the green circles.
Yeah, that's good.
I love that. That is awesome, and it takes up way less space than a lot of sizing charts do. And I love Shopify Secure, easy returns, the questions, like all of that puts my mind at ease.
Yep. No, this is great.
Do we want to try the buy now button and see what happens there?
Yep. All right, we're going to you want to do buy now? Okay.
Yeah. Pretty standard Shopify cart checkout. It'll be cool when the autofill is an option. I think that's coming out sometime in the summer, maybe fall. One thing that I've heard works really kind of well is that you can actually change the logo in the checkout, like to be a different logo. And what you can do is like add like your email address or some sort of way for people to get in contact with you, just kind of like solidifying the fact that, it is secure checkout and that like they can get in contact with a human being.
Yeah.
So.
But by the way, I went back and instead of doing the buy now, I did the add to cart.
Yeah.
I love the way that this is done. Like it prompts this, it does this, it's not, I don't know if this is a modal. I guess it's a modal. Yeah, technically this is a modal with opacity, with like a really nice opacity to it. And they basically, tone down the rest of the page, allowing you to focus on whether you want to go to your cart or whether you want to continue shopping. And they've used the red button to really emphasize that cart call to action, to drive people to the cart if they're ready to transact, right?
Yeah.
And then the continue shopping if people are like, hold up, I actually wanted more stuff, which is probably the de-emphasized, action in most scenarios.
Yeah.
So this is great. I think that this store, like, at least so far, is just getting an A+ in my book. I think they've got really, really great visual design. The UX is really, really strong here. This is awesome.
I agree. So I was gonna say we can go ahead and look at another store if anyone. I know that it looks like Grace has just dropped us a comment for the BaliMarket.us. Are you seeing this, Nick?
I noticed that there's paleo and there's farmhouse decor, but if we want to take one from
is there well, the farmhouse decor was one of the original ones.
We want to do some from the chat.
Yeah, I wanted to just pull one from the comments. Okay. Just
cool. Did you drop that? Can you drop that into chat on Skype?
On Skype, just a second. Let me pull that up. And of course, like the second I said that, we got like 5-1. I'm really sorry that we can't do everything.
Well, okay. What we can give them in return though is you can drop that link for a 20% discount lifetime off of Shogun, which will allow you to build out your online store with a really, really powerful visual editor. I put a 20% discount link that I gave to Tim. He can drop it into chat as kind of consolation for not getting to roast your stores.
Yeah, and I think I've said this before, but we are going to do this again, so don't worry. We'll get to everything. But right. Did you see the Bali market? Do we have that pulled up?
Did you drop it into the chat?
I thought I did. Let me.
Got Vintage Songbird again.
Is that Vintage Songbird again? I don't know. Oh, I just okay. How can I? What's the easiest way for me to do this? Why is it so hard to do technology? Yeah, because I copied and pasted it on one computer and then tried to paste it into your Skype on the other. So anyhow, all right, let's see these comments. Okay, where did it go? We may have to. Well, actually, you should be able to just. Actually, let's just go ahead and do a Google search. It's called the Bali market, like Bali, like the country.
They might get. I don't know about SEO on that one.
Yeah.
Wait, is this it? The BaliMarket.us?
Yes.
Oh wow! All right, cool.
Okay, cool. How is the SEO on that?
I mean, so showing up first, which was
nice.
A little surprising to me. I thought that. All right, cool. So that exit intent came up a little too fast for my liking.
Yeah.
15% off. Complete your purchase and save 15% today at checkout. Use code OHYEAH. I think you could probably cut this. To be honest, 15%. You cut that part and just say 15% off at checkout. Use code OHYEAH. Like, I don't think you need to say complete your purchase and save 15% today. Well, no, I guess this brings the immediacy to it, right? Mm-hmm. I would say today only, 15% off at checkout, use code OHYEAH.
The other thing that I find really odd about this pop-up is that you're not asking for anything. Like, you're just giving 15% off to anyone who visits your store. But, like, you're not getting an email from that. Like, yeah. Why?
Yep.
Like, you could be getting an email from everyone who wants that. So,
good point. Good opportunity to grab people. Okay, the Bali market. This looks a little low res to me.
Yeah.
Especially contrasted with the high res image. I don't know if you want to. Maybe that's just how the logo is done.
Yeah.
All right. So here's shop, our story, learn more. Mission, process, videos, press, reviews. I kind of pop shop out in some way, right? Like that, like, don't get me wrong, it's cool to like check out about us and like learn more, and not only to like learn if you guys are doing something cool or have some greater cause or just, know that you're like a valid company, but like we want the real attention to be drawn to shop. So, like, how do we differentiate shop in the nav to make people's eyes immediately go here and make their cursor immediately go here? So I would think about how you can pop that out, how you can make this navigation here more shop-centric as opposed to, this all looks the same.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was looking at the kind of like graphics that they have, the dries quickly, quality made, authentically hand loomed in Turkey. There are a lot of these. I'm not sure that quality made needs to be in there, and I also don't really know what low maintenance has to do with like a towel.
Yeah. I think you can drop minimalist philosophy and our story down further. Like, your homepage and your landing pages, like, you have to understand they read like a sales pitch, right? So right now, if I'm trying to sell you, like, I come in and I'm like, what if one towel met all of your needs? You have my attention, and you're showing me a cool towel. Well, let me tell you about our minimalist philosophy. Well, I want to hear about that. I want to hear more about the towel that you're trying to sell me, dude.
Yeah.
Now, here's the value prop here. I'm interested in, but not really until I see the towel. Like, after you tell me about this towel, I want to see the towel. That's the next part of the pitch. And like, here you show it, but like, I would probably move this section, this Grace's picks, which by the way, like, okay, here on Hover, they've got pricing on Hover, that works. The fact that these have reviews, but then these don't have reviews on Hover makes me wonder why these aren't reviewed. But I think that this needs to move further up, right? You did this beautiful lifestyle pick. This is another beautiful lifestyle pick, but like, show me the goods. Like, I want to see what these towels looks like. Move it up higher on the page. Drop this below that, and like, consider maybe putting this as section further down.
That's a really good point. I also look at some of the towels and think that they're scarves almost, like the way that they're put there.
I think they were scarves.
That's probably, well, yeah. I was going to say that's probably just me, but I guess not. But I don't know how you make them look more like towels.
Yeah.
So I realize that that's not particularly helpful advice. But,
Interesting. You're doing this. You're trying to sell this one towel, this one specific towel on the homepage.
Yeah.
Is this the best seller?
I'd
want to know, like, if it's the best seller, that makes a little sense. But if it's just some towel that you picked, like this very specific color for as well, when we know there's all these other colors, like, why this one?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point here? This is, and then I'm not against just selling single products on homepages. Just like do it with a little more intent.
Right. Like take out some of the other stuff then. I think if that was going to be your main thing, then kind of like make it easier to see that that's the main thing that you want to do on that page.
Yeah.
Grace has said that they absolutely can be scarves as well. So that's good to know. Yeah.
I like the Grace's picks. I'd move it up. Higher. I'd also move collections higher, right? And I think that it looks not so great when you have like a product focus section like Grace's picks right on top of collection list. There'd be too little differentiation between these two sections visually. So it's good to break them up by a section. But like, maybe like I would use this like ultimate guide section to break those two apart. But like our story can be further down page. I think that like also this shop waffle weave towels, or maybe you use that to break up the section if you know that these waffle weave towels are most popular. Images are definitely. Wait, hold on. What was going on there? It took a second to load.
Yeah.
Really beautiful pictures, but it took a second to load there.
So I was just going to say I'm pulling up Essential Stripe light blue towel. And one thing that I noticed from that off the bat is that it seems like probably there is another color of the same towel available. And I really like that. Like, I think it's great when you separate products by color. If there are too many options, you can get into like option overload and not know, kind of what to do about that. And so I think it's great to have one product per color if that works for you. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it does.
But yeah, a lot of products.
Yeah.
It makes you made a decision and now you're presented with making another decision. Like you have to sort like another one, however many this is, 8, 9. You have to make a decision between 9 other products after just having made a decision between, 4 products.
It's a good point. Other side of the coin is that then you have a lot of extra products on your thing. But I mean, it's a decision you have to make. I was going to say also that the product description seems pretty good to me. I like a thicker Turkish towel compared to the Perfect Classic. Like those are words that I can like imagine what that's actually going to feel like in real life. So I'm kind of sold by that.
Yeah. This mind your imagery here.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are the same size, right? The same dimensions, but then these two are different dimensions.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a stickler for that stuff. Like keep all of your image dimensions the exact same. It makes the aesthetics like look a lot better. Maybe you don't care though.
Yeah.
I did notice when I went back to like the homepage, it was loading. Like this is loading kind of slow for me. Granted, we're running Skype and we're doing all kinds of stuff, but there's a little bit like this is dragging a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean these images are huge. These images are beautiful. They're super high res, but I just question, it's funny. In Shogun, we have an option for you to control the image resolution per image, right? Even per device, technically, with one of our Pro features. And, we put it on Pro because we actually, compress images to be the optimized size for loading time, right, on the lower plans. And it's basically we give you the ability to override that guidance if you want to on the Pro plan. There's reason for that, which is like it's not always great to have the highest resolution images you possibly can, because it'll drag your page load time down, and how impatient shoppers are. If they're having loading problems with a site, they're bouncing.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to one of the other ones. I think the Caveman
Grocer.
Yes, that is the next one on the list. Before we jump into that one, I just wanted to say Dale has said place each towel on a chrome towel bar. That kind of makes a lot of sense to make it seem more like a towel than a scarf. I don't know how much you'll care about that or how important that is, but it is a good little advice, so I thought I'd throw that out there.
When I saw them, I did think they were scarves. I thought they were like I have these Cambodian scarves that are similar. They're called like krama, but I thought it was a krama. I thought it was like a big, type of thing you wrap your face with.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, let me just... someone noticed that the sides are cut off from your screen share, and I'm just going to try and fix that issue a little bit. So I think we should be good with that now. Thanks for pointing that out.
Caveman Grocer.
Yes, let's take a look at this.
Cool. All right, we got these pre-made meals delivered to your door. Simple, clear messaging. This looks delicious. C menu, great CTA, but it's blending a little bit with this chive here. I would see if you can choose a color. Like, look at with the purple, it pops much harder than with the green. So I would consider like what you want that CTA to really, that call to action to really pop. So consider whether you want to keep it green or whether you want to use purple.
Yeah. I'm showing cavemangrocer.com wants to send you notifications. That is good or bad depending on how you're into that. Personally, I find those a bit annoying, but probably because I spend a lot of my time, navigating Shopify stores. I was also going to say, I believe that this business is kind of local only, and I don't really see that on the main page. So this could be, I may be thinking of something else, but I was pretty sure. Yeah, okay, here we go. Delivered straight to your door. We deliver all over Lower Mainland and the Sea to Sky corridor. Like, that's very local. I have no idea what that is. Probably if I lived in Vancouver or something, I would. But
I have no idea what Lower Mainland or Sea to Sky corridor is at all.
Yeah. So that would be something you want to put out there.
Winner of the Rising Star of Whistler. So they're in Whistler?
Is it? Okay. Somewhere out west in Canada. They definitely don't deliver to you or I, Nick. And yet, we wouldn't know that unless we'd go further down on the page.
Yeah. So a few things, like visually, like here, I think that you need a little more margin here. These are huge, but that kind of works. You need a little more margin here. Like this section feels a little crunched, like it doesn't have enough breathing room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like these. Hold on, let me see if I can. I don't like the the way this is done. When you have a white section next to a cross-checked section like this that also has these white areas,
mm-hmm.
It makes it unclean, right? Like technically, if this is white, you want to make these like purple, right? Or you want to make them whatever, like a lighter shade of purple or whatever, or a darker shade of purple, but then change this to white. But you don't want white next to white if you're doing this kind of visual design. And then you repeat it down here. See how this just bleeds from mm-hmm. here in the posts, and we're not given what is this? This section is just bleeding right into blog posts. And again, this feels crunched. Margins need to be increased.
Do you want to try and trigger exit intent? Because I think I accidentally did that, and it was kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, see if you can get it to... No,
maybe it's because I'm in incognito.
Okay. Could be. It cleared out the whole site and just gave kind of a... I forget what it said. I'll see if I can do it again, but I don't think so.
It did an opaque. It did an opaque, all covering modal.
Yeah, and that could be a bit interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay. I was gonna say I love your little graphics, the free range meats, dairy free, gluten free, no added sugar. Those all are really awesome. And it's not I think that 4 is not too many too. So 2 meals free is the exit intent. Oh, that's cool. I do like that actually. In that case, I didn't love how it was opaque and blacked it out, but I do like the 2 meals free.
Yeah, maybe dial the opacity up.
Yeah.
I think this thing, check your city, delivered straight to your door, check your city, should be way up here, right? Because otherwise you're gonna I would think that your metrics, your analytics could be totally screwed if other people, and maybe because for you're probably targeting just your area, and that's all good and fun. But if you're getting traffic from other areas and then they're realizing that it only delivers to Whistler or wherever, right? Your bounce rate is going to be abnormally high, right? And you may be sitting there scratching your head thinking, oh no, I've got a shitty product, or my website isn't set up to convert very well. There's some kind of bounce issue here. When in fact, your bounce issue is that people come to your website and they're excited about your product. They want it. There's demand for it. They're moving through things fine. But then they hit that point where they realize that oh my gosh, I can't get this in my city. And then they're done.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I didn't even see that until you pointed it out. So, I see now that corridor between Vancouver and Whistler. I'm looking at the map. I'm okay, now I know where you are.
I click here, I click see menu.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get to see menu, the first thing I'm hit with is a gift card and then a cooler.
Oh.
And then I get the pulled pork and I get the, this and all this. These 2 products should, those 2 non-food products should be at the bottom of this product list. Especially look at how much real estate they're taking up. If I didn't scroll down, Like, look at, like, it's like, oh, what's this? It's this not great looking, icon, followed by like a Coleman, pouch. I'm like, what am I looking at here? And then a bowl of pulled pork, and I'm like, what these three things are so different and so aesthetically different. And when you really want your first row to look like that, right?
Well,
like
imagine. I was going to say, imagine encountering this on mobile. Like you would have to go down to the third thing before even seeing food.
You'd be doing a bit of scrolling. That's a great point. Also, sold out stuff. It's nice to know that you guys are like selling well, and that's great. Personally, I don't like it when sold out is intermixed with stuff that's available. I would prefer that this show at the bottom next to the other stuff. Like, it should move to the bottom when it's sold out. Like, I want to know about it so that like I order more quickly next time. But like, don't show me options that I can't act on.
Well, I was actually going to ask you about that. What about like putting some sort of a graphic over the image that says sold out so that you can see it there? Because I know that people talk about like the SEO of products that are like temporary sold out, but will be back in stock later.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a graphic.
I would definitely have a graphic, or just like opacity, right? Like, see how this opacity is triggered when I'm hovered?
Mm-hmm.
Like basically, yeah, like disable it, make it, put that opacity on it, and put like a bigger thing on top of the image, like sold out, check back in or something.
Cool. One last thing that I'll say, and then we should go to something else, is the gift card. I mean, I think you should just change the image for that altogether. Like, yes, it should be further down, but also just like change that image out, because it's a bit boring.
So here I'm just on a product page, and like these three things: no plant, no leaf, no egg, I'm guessing, and then no bottle. I'm guessing that's no milk. But like these three things are huge. They take up a ton of page real estate, and I bet on mobile they take up a huge amount of real estate. We can crush it and find out. Maybe it's mobile optimized. But like, look at that. Look at that. That's a big old section right there, right? And not only that, but I don't know exactly what these are. I have a good idea, but I don't know exactly. I think that it would be way better to like, put our ingredients policy up higher, or like any of this other stuff. I don't know. I think is more compelling.
Okay, so Kara's saying it's a new menu every week. Orders are due today, which is why you're seeing sold out stuff.
Oh, okay.
It makes sense, but you should have a better graphic. You have to figure out a way of doing that doesn't take up tons of your time, so that like people don't, because it is a real bummer when you want to eat something. I was going to say too, like your product descriptions are really great on those, so that just makes it even worse if it is out of stock. Just like, I really want this, it sounds like I really want this, and then you can't. One other thing, free range chicken and 100% grass-fed beef, the images must be massive, because they took, like, I'm on pretty good internet right now, and it took forever for those to load. So take a like, I would maybe do even like a site speed optimization. Yeah.
This image here seems to be slightly blurry. It would also be cool if you had like a secondary image of it. But I think that the other thing, like, consider it whether the description is more important or whether ingredients are more important. Because like description, like, I actually just visually looking at it, I get a good sense of what it is and whether I want to eat it or not. If I'm thinking paleo, I'm probably mostly concerned about the ingredients.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I would just consider if you want to actually highlight ingredients before description.
Cool. Do we want to, we had 4 on the list, but I think this is going a little bit long. Do we want to just take one more? I'm showing in the comments activist skincare. Do you want to Google that and see what we can come up with real fast?
Activist?
Yeah. I thought that was a cool name. Interesting. I like the 5% goes to charity idea of that too.
Yep. Okay, cool. So we're going to do this one.
Yeah.
What happened there, though? Hold on.
It took a while to load, didn't it?
No, watch. It actually loaded something else first.
Did
See?
it?
Look at that switch. Watch this.
Oh.
Watch. It loads this double thing for like this. Right there. See?
Is that a hero? Like what are we seeing?
No, it started to load this section before loading this one.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what was up with that, or if it's something you can control.
Yeah.
Choose a free mini when you spend $40. Free mini with $40 purchase, no code needed. Minis will appear in your cart when total is $40. Okay, this is nice. This is a nice promotion, but it's really obstructing the page. And look at, this is the big thing that's obstructing, right? This big old thing, and your close button is all the way over on the opposite side of the page. So again, like this is non-actionable, right? Here I'm clicking on this little banner ad that you've got. It's doing nothing, right? And then X button all the way over here. If
and
you're gonna,
it's in front of the message us.
Yeah.
So what if I want to message you?
I know. So this right away, I get this. This feels not right.
And I'm not sure how that would be on mobile either. That could be not super great.
Yeah. Do this as an exit intent pop-up. Collect an email address. Make it really easy and obvious how to exit out of it.
That's a really good point too, because like maybe you don't want to give away something to everyone who just visits your site. Like maybe it is something that you can use to pull people back in.
Yeah.
This
is nice. This is a nice hero. It's showing me product. I always like to see product right away.
I'm looking at Shop the Regimen. This is cool. I like the steps. Like I don't know anything about like face care or anything. Probably you can tell. Like, and so I like the whole like step 1 buy this product, step 2 exfoliate buy this product. Like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that is cool. All right. One thing that I will say is this. You talk to me about these steps, and in these steps I see these products, right? Products for step 1, product for step 2, products for step 3, product for step 4, and then finish, right? Now when I look at Shop the Regimen, here the first product, second product, third product, they don't line up with the element. This is a great opportunity after this to show the bundle with all the products. Like you've just taught me this 5-step, process for doing this. Just give me the button to buy all of it at once in a bundle.
Yeah, or at least the images should be clickable.
Yeah, put them in order. And these images, I think, are clickable. But I just think that like when you have Shop the Regimen and then you've got this colon here, like it makes me feel like, first of all, I didn't know that these images were completely. This one isn't clickable. This one's clickable. That one's clickable. That one's clickable. But this one isn't. Your first one, I don't know if that's an error. Maybe you're missing an href there. But yeah, these should line up with these in case they missed it. And honestly, I'd put a bundle there.
Good point.
All right, let's see this botanical cleansing oil. I feel like this is a little crunched. I feel like you could have a design that makes the add to cart pop a little bit more and makes it more central. I mean, I'm not going to miss it if I'm looking for it, but like make it something that I'm just automatically drawn to. This gap is weird.
Yeah. I was looking at the about stuff too, and it's a bit link heavy, and but I do like the 5% to charity and having that explained. And it looks really good. The link heaviness is a bit nitpicky. Do we want to go ahead and go through one of the products and look at the cart?
Yeah. So here we are. We're at Botanical Cleansing Oil. These two images are really similar. These three images are really similar. Like,
oh yeah,
the bottle,
don't do that.
The bottle. Like this, I'm not getting anything new. This one looks the best. Nix these two. Here you're showing me two products. This is two products.
Yeah, which one is it?
Yeah.
And like, to be fair, we're looking at the bottle that the product is in, right? So like, it's hard for that to be interesting.
Oh, I might have messed up. Hold on. So here, this is Botanical Cleansing Oil. That's a cleansing balm. But here they have a different size of the Botanical Cleansing Oil. So that this makes sense to have these two. I like that because I want to know if there's, what I'm getting. So this is the travel size. I would label this with like a little ribbon in the bottom, travel size or something like that. Like, so have a labeling for these somehow, I think would be good.
Mm-hmm. Can I just say the reviews, it would be good to have some sort of like photo review. Like we have really long, people have written really long reviews, and that's awesome. It would be great if there were some photos there too. I also really, really love the how to use section, like the ability to like go back and, I guess this wasn't that important in beauty products. I'm like one of those people who always throws away the instructions of like what I'm like my microwave meal or whatever before I actually have cooked it. Mm-hmm. And then I have to dig through the trash and find. So like the idea that you can like go to the website and figure out how to use it is awesome.
Cool. Yeah, agreed. So here I hit the add to cart, and I like this. They hit me immediately with a choose free mini pop-up.
That's beautiful.
And I'm like, oh, great. This is going to – I bet you this really increases the conversion rate because, like, I feel like I've got a deal now. Not only do I get that, but this is like, hey, you're getting something extra. And I can go and I can get that cleansing balm that I saw in that picture. Maybe that works for that purpose. I don't know.
Well, it looks really good.
Yeah. Here now I've got this. I'm feeling pretty incentivized at this point. Now – why is update cart emphasized? You got a colored here the checkout button is the black button, but this is the button that stands out more. This brown one, right? Mm. So by default, I'm going to click the brown one, and all of that didn't do anything. That just did a refresh on the cart, which I'm guessing is like okay if it wasn't properly done the first time, but like. You want the checkout you want this update cart button to be a different color. You want it to be like a gray, right? Like a subtle downplayed gray. And you want this checkout button to be the color of your brown button right now, or the black that it currently is. But you want the checkout button to be emphasized so that they hit that button and they're actually taken to the checkout.
I always like it when the checkout and the add to cart buttons are the same color. So I would keep that in mind when you do update the checkout color there. Also update your add to cart on your product pages, I would say. Yeah,
that continuity is nice for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
It looks good. I mean, the cart, everything is good. I would say again that logo, you can add like an email or whatever on the logo for checkout, but other than that, I think everything's good. Well, I was really hoping that we were going to be a little bit more nasty and like maybe disagree. This was a bit more peaceful than what I was hoping for.
Yeah, well, so we got some good stories. You want to give the positive feedback with the other feedback.
It's true. You gotta give it all.
One thing I'll say. I'm back on the homepage here.
Oh sure.
This is jagged. This is so jagged, and like not only that, but like now that you didn't have these customers submit their images, Like this just throws off the visual aesthetic of the page in my mind, and it's pretty high up. Like I could actually probably tear apart this homepage a little bit. Again, here you're showing me the inspiration. All right, I'm getting in the mood. I can see the vision. I'm getting a little bit of a lifestyle here. This is like a crystals healing skincare type of thing. Show me the product. Like it's nice that you drop right into like shop the regimen or shop all products, and then you've got these products, but like I don't know. I wouldn't have these big jagged reviews here. Like it's nice to have social proof, but not when it costs you aesthetic like this. Not only that, but like I would want to see like what are the prices of these things right here. Like sometimes skincare is really expensive. Like I don't have any sense of how much it costs by looking at this homepage. So I would like actually do like a traditional section here that's like a collection, recommended products, best sellers, maybe 2 rows, 6 products, pricing for those products, right? Like,
yeah.
And then I would include this like praise for our green beauty products. Like I would put the social proof stuff below that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling the homepage too much, to be honest.
Yeah, as you've been saying this, I've just like I can't stop looking at that image. Let me go back and find it. This shop all products image. Like that is terrible. That cropping on that image.
Oh yeah, that cropping is pretty awful.
I can't tell you how much I hate that.
It's cutting off all of the products. Yeah, I that's an obvious one.
Change that now.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Okay, so we did get a little bit,
We can be
meaner.
We can be mean if we want to. Maybe another time.
Next time we'll be meaner, guys.
I like this.
All right. Yeah. This was incredibly fun, Nick. Like, thanks so much for doing this with me.
I had a blast.
I'm going to just say, if you guys do use the strategies that we talked about, please be sure and let us know. Let us know what worked out for you. Throw it in the comments below. I've noticed that there's a couple comments that we didn't get to. I'm going to go back and try and find those and give you some sort of advice on those questions. And as always, you can post a job on Storetasker and be talking with a vetted Shopify within minutes if you want to boost your sales and improve your Shopify store. Nick, tell us again about this promotion that you're doing with Shogun.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to give a special for the next 72 hours for folks who watch the live stream. They're a 20% discount on any of the Shogun plans lifetime. Awesome. So basically, you can get 20% off for life, which is a great, great deal. It ends up saving you a bunch of money on Shogun software. So that link is going to be posted into the description or into the chat.
Yes.
And click that link. You won't see the discount reflected on the App Store page, but the second that you get to the Pick a Plan page, you're going to see all of the prices have been lowered because of that discount link. And yeah, again, you can use Shogun it's a really, really powerful visual drag and drop editor that allows you to build beautiful landing pages, blog pages, product pages, customize your existing theme layout, and do it without writing code.
Yeah, and one of the things that you talked about before is like being able to pull the code out and copy and paste that, which is like fantastic. I think that it's an awesome feature. So I will throw that comment or that link in the comments below. Next week, I think we're gonna try and come back and do this again with a different Nick this time. Although this has been wonderful, and we definitely have to do this again. So if you don't want to miss that chat or our other chats, there's a few things you can do. Sign up for our Insiders newsletter and receive reminder emails and other great content. I'll post the link down below. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not in Shopify Entrepreneurs, you should be. Check the link below as well. If you're not already subscribed on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss anything in the future. Nick, thanks again for chatting with me. This has been tons of fun. I'm really looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah, really, really enjoyed this time. Thanks, Tim.
All right. Take care.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.